Recording in progress.
Let's go. What up, y'all?
So, hi, everyone.
Hi guys.
So, welcome to another episode of Shameless Plug. If y'all notice, I'm not in Shameless Studios. I'm somewhere else right now, undisclosed location. Don't worry about it. But we're back here with another episode of Shameless Plug. We got a lot of important stuff to talk about. I don't want to mince words or waste time because the topics we have today are actually very serious and very relevant. So we might as well just dive into it. Oh, I also wanted to say I don't have my microphone because I am in undisclosed location. So I'm using my laptop's microphone. I apologize in advance. But without further ado, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and the topics for today.
It's your boy Gabe, Mr. Green.
Hi, everyone.
Mr. Green,
Hi, Gabe. All right.
Okay, why don't you introduce the topic here?
Can we get the show started? This is
as you
show,
guys know,
guys. This is a show.
All right, I got it. As everyone knows, over the past weekend, Travis Scott had his annual AstroWorld Fest in Houston, but
Sir H-Town
did not go as planned.
Or it went exactly as planned.
It depends on how you want to look at it. Yes, but basically, too many people. Well, we'll get into why it happened, but unfortunately, as of right now, 8 people are dead. A lot of people are in bad states. I obviously pray for those who passed and their families, but also those who are in the hospital. I think that's really, you obviously pray they make it through and, the injuries aren't too serious. And I mean, I know there's at least one person on life support. I hope they obviously go through. But yeah, guys, how you guys feeling about it?
Let's set the scene. This Astroworld Fest, same exact location as the last Astroworld Fest. I don't know if
Energy Stadium,
COVID, but it's same venue as the last one. Twice the amount of people. So I heard there's 100,000 people at this one.
I heard that.
Last Astrworld had 50K. Travis Scott, you guys listen to the show. You already know what a Travis Scott concert is like. There's gonna be a little mosh pitting. There's gonna be a little rage and all that.
It's gonna rage. I was about to say.
It's gonna rage. So basically, it was a recipe for disaster. And I just wanted to set the scene before we get into our opinions and all that. Those are the facts. Am I missing any other important facts?
It's worth noting, with the amount of people there, like 30,000 of those people shouldn't have been there. He encouraged people to hop fences and stuff, which the fact that the show even goes on with that is wild. Like the Houston police or whoever lets it go on, because if you're not going through security, I could bring a gun in, I could bring whatever in.
Drugs.
Drug. I mean, yeah, exactly.
You would never bring drugs to a concert, Gabe. Of course not.
Of course not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of the things that really, really pissed me off about.
I don't know. Did 30,000 people actually just get in?
They think tens of thousands of people got in.
Said, that's the number I've seen thrown around. It's a lot.
I cannot fathom.
I know, but there's videos of fences like being bursted down. People got trampled. I mean, if you think about it, people got so trampled. It makes sense that it's thousands and thousands of people. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
many people got hurt.
It does make sense. I did go to, when I went to, what was it, Camp Flogna? People were jumping the fence to see Tyler, the Creator, and people who didn't have tickets were jumping that fence too. So I can imagine Travis Scott was probably even more extreme. But even then, they didn't get everyone. Like, security stopped most of the people from getting in. I can't imagine tens of thousands.
I think at a certain point they just gave up. Because Travis encourages this shit too.
And this is his security. Are we gonna start with the debate right now? Because listen, bro.
Yeah, I think the stage has been set. I mean, you have to know there's legit videos of him seeming to ignore shit that's happening in the crowd. There's videos of him acknowledging it. There's videos of him not. There's videos of people screaming at, concert officials, whatever. Okay. That's more scene setting, I know, but there is evidence to it, I guess.
I think it's interesting because here's my thing, right? Because I already ranted to my brother about this. I had a rehearsal. I'm sorry.
I've been ranting about it.
Travis Scott, right, is a performer, and obviously he's in the wrong for what happened, but I don't think he can be blamed that much because when Travis Scott says jump, I'm not saying how fucking high. And get it. I know he's performing on the stage. Everyone's listening to him, yada, yada. Travis Scott has had the same shtick every single concert.
Well,
I think that Travis Scott's brand, everyone knew what they're signing up for. Obviously, he's not in the right, but I think his liability ends at a certain point. Travis Scott, his job that night was to give everybody a show. His security job was to control the venue. Travis Scott egged them on, yes, but so Tyler the Creator, you were there, Max. Tyler the Creator,
yeah.
concert,
I know.
Metallica,
Look,
like that.
here's the thing too.
Performers do this.
Yeah, there's definitely. We'll get to the kind of negative reaction to the negative reaction probably towards the end because it's the most recent and most current development, I guess. But like initially, I agree. I don't really have a problem with like the whole rage shit or like even hopping fences to a certain extent or like, the general unruliness of the crowd. I don't really care. I think part of it is the experience and the kind of music you're there for. I understand. Here's where things are a little different in this situation. Okay. This is his festival. He's not in charge necessarily, but he's certainly more responsible.
Okay.
For the way it's set up, how many people are hired to take care of things, what kind of professionals are there to help a situation if it were to occur. It's his fucking name on the thing. You know what I'm saying? Keeping in mind a lot of the lack of proper medical services or security was due to long-standing strikes that have been happening across the country for a few months now. Okay, so people can decide if they want to hold festivals or not, given the current, worker situation. I mean, part of the issue in the whole Alec Baldwin shooting a person thing too was there weren't properly trained professionals because the actually trained professionals were striking for better working conditions. So that definitely plays a part in this as well. They decided actively to continue promoting and putting on this show despite definitely a lack of qualified medical professionals and probably security guards. You know what I'm saying? He is more responsible for it on a production level than just a performer too. And even if you were to say
Travis Scott doesn't even write his own fucking raps. Like, how can we know that he said, "Hey, I don't care about the aim"? Like, I'm imagining.
No, he doesn't. But he's
Jenner's baby daddy chose every single thing that was happening that night.
Yeah, man, but people are there for him at the end of the day. I don't think people are there for Yves Tumor,
But also, that is my point. That's my problem with the whole situation. He is a performer. Travis Scott hasn't done a lot of the shit he even raps about, right? His job that night was to have everyone think that they weren't at a stadium for an hour. They had to think that they were at Astroworld. Not even him, his team gets paid, right? And the fact that it's his show means he is going to deliver a fucking show. He's not opening for Drake. He's not doing a few songs calmly and telling everyone respect each other, go home now. No, it's Astroworld Fest. So he's going to ramp it up a bit. And I'm not saying that the deaths are, acceptable. They're not at all. But I do think that Travis Scott is just a product in this case. Like, he had a production team. He had people probably write his raps, which isn't, I have no problem with that. I like Travis Scott. But people are like, he probably has stylists and all that. We don't even know. People aren't even calling him by his real name. I mean, I just think that it's a terrible look for him, but it's so egregious to just say that this man is the responsible for 8 deaths when he did the same thing that he was doing before.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he is solely to blame. I think there's a Live Nation promoted the show. They're probably a lot to blame with pushing it to happen in the first place. I'm not saying it's just Travis's fault, but I mean, there's videos.
And the security.
Right. I don't think he's the one who's picking out each individual security guard or training medical professionals adequately. I'm not saying he's responsible for all that shit.
Right.
I think at the end of the day, though, like I said, they're there for him. And even if the situation was, he's putting on a show that got a little crazy. The problem I already said is that it's his name. But the second problem I have with this whole thing, aside from, we'll get to it, but is that he continued. There's clear videos of him continuing to do shit when there's ambulances in the crowd. Everyone is screaming at him to stop. He can see it. He's on the platform. He can see people being carried off in stretchers. And he's not doing much besides just saying, hey, make some room. Okay, let's get lit now. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing enough. He can see with his own eyes. And I've seen countless examples of other performers who stop shows for a few minutes, who they won't perform unless things go there, like they say, make space for this person needs to get out. There's definitely ways to be more responsible as a performer.
Wait,
even
at a 100,000 people venue though.
You gotta try. You gotta try harder than what you did.
So about the thing about him seeing people. Look, I'm more on I mean, it's hard to say, but I'm more on Max's side on this than probably Xavier's.
Well, most people are. Most humane. Like, I honestly think that, like, I have a very insensitive outlook. So yeah.
Okay, but I'll get into more why in a minute. But when he when he did stop the show a few times, not like again, not enough, right? But one of the times, you know, they had those earpieces in. Security told him to keep performing, and my mom was saying, you know, part of the reason they might have told him is if he stopped, then chaos could have ensued more. Is the idea that everyone's trying to leave, or like if they just stopped, ended the show,
yelling fire in a movie theater. Which, I mean, there was a fire, but it was a match compared to the, you know.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think I don't want to play who. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. I was just saying I don't want to play the blame.
Do it. This is a show, baby.
Yeah, the main person to blame is definitely the Houston police. Okay, when you have that many people over capacity, like I said, you don't know what these people have. These people can all have fucking guns. They can have whatever, and you're still allowing the show to go on. They told Travis this crowd's gonna be insane. The you could say, oh, Travis saw people getting carried out on stretchers. So I've seen Travis twice. I saw him on the Damn tour, and I saw him at the AstroWorld tour at Little Caesars. At AstroWorld, a few people passed out, and you know I don't think it was stretchers. I don't think it was that level, but you know they had to carry him out of there. He's probably so numb to it. It's not that weird to him to see people getting carried out. But at the same time, for me, the reason I fought Travis so much isn't this thing. It's that this shit keeps happening. In LA, he told people to jump off the balcony into the crowd. One of those people is fucking paralyzed. This guy's old manager had a seizure in front of him, and he like just stood there and like watched.
That's. I mean, people cite that to criticize him a lot for being a scumbag in general.
We talk about the fact that he slighted his best friend, who was a producer
with the beats.
Beats. Oh, listen. He's Kylie Jenner's baby daddy. I don't think anyone thinks Travis Scott is an upstanding citizen, but that is also not the point. I think that's part of the all the shit that happened before that's like not at a concert, I think doesn't matter. And I think it does matter.
I agree with that.
It matters from a legal standpoint, though. You can't say it doesn't matter. And a lot of this
here's a little bit of a difference. What I don't like is, now this is what me and my girlfriend are arguing about a little bit, is I don't like bringing up past shit necessarily, because then you kind of discredit like performance as more than just like a transactional. I go here, it's a performance, it's an art form in its own way. Right. Plus, I don't have a huge problem with like the rage. I mean, it's corny, but like getting nuts at a concert seems like I don't have a problem with that. I think it's part of the experience.
Right.
And it plays into the art. It plays into the music. It's a symbiotic relationship. You know, the music makes people feel hype, and makes the music sound better, all that kind of stuff. I don't have as much of a problem with that kind of stuff. Now, the video of him like coaxing a guy to jump off a balcony or whatever,
that's fair.
I mean, he's a fucking scumbag. But again, it's like, is he criminally liable or even worthy of a civil suit in that sense? I'm not a lawyer, but it's I don't know, maybe.
Honestly, that to me, that's worse. To me,
that is worse, because he's directly saying, if he told people, keep moving to the front, I don't give a fuck what's going on.
And this is my problem, right? Not only Travis Scott, black guy, rich as fuck, obviously I'm going to cape for him a little bit. But my biggest problem with this is everyone is bringing up other shit that he did, and it makes no difference whatsoever. Travis Scott he can be an asshole all he wants, but the situation that happened at Astrworld Fest, it wasn't like he was leading up to killing 8 people. Like he's not a nice person.
From a legal standpoint, he kind of is, because me and my mom were talking about it. She was reading up on lawyer stuff. My mom's not a lawyer, but she works with lawyers, and they were talking about it. She was reading, right? Yeah, he is. I haven't talked to him about it because he's going to drive me insane about it. But part of the things that are going to get brought up in his lawsuits are the amount of time he's called for riots and violence at his shows in the past, and being arrested for such things in the past.
But him watching his friend have a seizure, and him selling the beats, and him.
No, listen. Not only that. You know, you talk about the Tyler concert that we went to, Xavier. You and me were there, and that was honestly kind of nuts. It was exhilarating, but it was also like
Yeah,
a
for reference,
tinge
for those
fearful.
watching the show, Max and I were at a
Yeah.
concert where Tyler the Creator performed, and there was a lawn section and there was a seated section. Tyler the Creator encouraged everybody from the
The
lawn
ASAP shit.
to
With him and ASAP?
No,
Oh,
wait, was it that one or the one?
No, yeah, because you have the shirt from the concert, and so
That was that one.
I
Okay.
was there too. Huh.
yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, so we basically
The first Shameless link up.
to go from the lawn to the seats, and it was a riot, and he got sued for it. And so we're using that as an example for the trap.
Yeah, and I'll even extrapolate it more because he got banned from the UK. Remember Tyler? Because supposedly his presence and his performance.
I thought that was New Zealand.
It was UK. And right, I think it was both.
New Zealand's a part of the United Kingdom, though, isn't it?
No, it's different countries.
But I know, but the UK is like whatever.
No, it happened twice. Australia, I think it happened.
I want to settle this. I think the UK is just Britain, Ireland, and Scotland, but they still
Northern Ireland. It's Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England. Yes.
Yes, but I just wanted to clear that up. But anyway, go on.
The point is, they banned him for the potential to incite violence.
Yes.
Is that fair? Absolutely not. So even bringing legal stuff into it doesn't necessarily mean that the legal side is the moral side. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So I guess, to kind of make it more clear. However, I agree with Xavier in the sense that it doesn't really matter what happened before. If it's legally, if it does, maybe I'm not talking about that though. I mean, to me personally, it doesn't really matter what he did before. It's kind of scummy to make a guy jump off a balcony. We've noted his beefs with his previous worker with partners, whatever. But I agree, it doesn't really matter that much. This is kind of a singular event. Doesn't matter even really what music is being performed. We'll get to that later too. Still, I don't really like what happened on any front. I don't like what he did. I don't like what his team did. I don't like what the Houston police did. I don't like what the professionals there did. Any of it. And I think someone's to blame. It's not Travis. You know what I'm saying?
I bring that up because there's the narrative of, well, he didn't know what was going on, or he could have stopped it. That's kind of the argument. And I bring that up to say, there's a chance he knew what was going on and just didn't give a shit.
See, no, stop right there. This is my thing. This is what pisses me off the most about this. You didn't piss me off, Gabe, but I just reminded me.
You're good.
So Travis Scott is such a hateable figure that people are not taking the time to realize their own biases against him and blaming him for this situation. Drake obviously is not at fault in this situation.
No.
He performed there also. But I say all this to say Travis Scott is negligent. People have acknowledged that. Travis Scott, his baby mama, is a billionaire. Travis Scott, he kicked his cameraman off of the stage. Travis Scott,
I forgot about that.
Of being an asshole.
He said he looked nerdy.
Right. Travis Scott has a track record of not being a good person
word.
that we're all aware of. And I feel like that's clouding a lot of our judgment. The same way him being a black guy is clouding my personal judgment of him. But the universal judgment of him is being clouded by the fact that we know he does not care. But just because he does not care means that he's malicious.
Also, I'll say this. I read a piece that was in reference to a Pearl Jam concert in the 90s in, I believe, Denmark that caused a similar problem where 9 people were killed. Do you think Pearl Jam has ever, right?
And also because Pearl Jam fans aren't polarizing, and also Pearl Jam.
They're the opposite of polarizing, I think.
Pearl Jam is like one of those. The thing with Travis Scott and his music, right, and his fans is everyone hates his fans if you're not a fan of him. Everyone knows his fans.
Yeah.
They're white boys in AstroWorld jerseys at your local high school. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And so people see that happening, right? They think, Travis has these fans in the palm of his hands. That's what they think. They think because Travis Scott is a McDonald's endorsed celebrity that he has control over these kids and that he is their master. When in the reality is, no, like these kids are just easily influenced. Travis Scott is not their leader. They're just dumb. And it just so happened that this was, the situation that occurred. And I also think that, like, with comparing this to Pearl Jam, Travis Scott being a solo artist that everyone knows but not everyone likes makes it so much easier for him to be a target.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Xavier, the thing about it is like, okay, there's a good chance, like you said, the number was, people were saying it was like 30,000 people were there that shouldn't have been there, right? 30,000 too many people.
And the venue was over capacity. It was over capacity for sure.
Right. So, okay, right. So 30,000 people, right? If those 30,000 people weren't there, decent chance none of this shit doesn't happen, right?
Yeah, you're right.
We got 10 minutes. But Travis Scott's always fucking telling people jump the fence and shit.
Right. I
mean,
mean,
and that's where
stupid. He knows what he knows what the
and that's where it becomes a problem when it's his shit, when it's his venue, when it's his
if he didn't
thing.
say
And even
that,
if it's not,
like,
even if it's not right, even if it's
point.
not his leadership, it's people are there for him, and he has to have some say. I don't believe he's a powerless,
You're right. And listen,
figurehead.
He shouldn't have said that, but the way I see it, right? And this is also me being like, I wasn't there, so I can't say what I would have done. And this is also me thinking that like I might be better than other people. But I honestly I don't listen whenever artists tell me to get my lighter out, to get my cell phone out.
That's true.
To stand on my fucking feet. I don't like someone who, if you're under 21 and you're at a country concert, a Luke Combs concert, he says, everybody grab your beer. The fucking 18-year-old knows, no, don't grab the beer. So
I won't be doing that, Luke.
A lot of it to me is a performance. And even with concerts I've been to where there have been mosh pits, some rap, some rock, it's all been part of the show.
Okay, well then hold on a second. So then does the demographic of the crowd matter in this?
Why would it matter? What do you mean?
What I'm saying is, should we maybe think looking forward? I'm not saying we're decision makers, but do we have age limits for these kind of venues? Do we have crowd limits for these kind of demographics of age kids?
Well, they did have a crowd limit. They just ignored it.
I know, but I mean, like, going forward, is there like maybe 30,000 limit on kids under 21 or something like that?
Because Travis Scott's fans are really young.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. But that's part of the point, isn't it?
But it's not like it was an all ages concert. Like it's
yeah. But I mean, you look at this crowd; it's tons of younger people. It's the median age is certainly younger than I'd say most.
We know that as commentators and spectators of rap, but plausible deniability of the situation is.
No, I know. I'm not saying any kind of consequence is going to happen. I'm just saying.
But think of it, it's the same thing as the explicit advisory sticker, right? It's meant to deter young kids because, hey, I'm not making it for kids, but obviously it's going to be more alluring to them. Travis Scott has never made things explicitly for kids, but his brand is adjacent to kids. That's why he had a McDonald's meal. That's why he has a album titled after Cedar Point. It's not morally right, but it's not like
right
purpose.
No, I know, but I'm more like as a consequence of this.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I agree with what I'm about to say, but do we think maybe there could be some kind of, I guess really it's like, can younger people handle concerts like this?
I mean, Woodstock '99. I mean, like this happened before, and I'm not saying
maybe yes. I don't know. I'm just saying it's interesting to think about that. That's how relevant that is. I feel like that's kind of part of it, if people not knowing how to handle themselves a little bit.
I don't know the ages of the people, but I will say that
people who died were mostly really young.
Yeah, there's like 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's
God.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
10. One of the people who died is 14. One of the kids who's in the hospital right now is
10-year-old.
But it's 10 years old. Yes.
God, that's so.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there not?
Yeah.
And this is a great example of you guys knowing that and having your opinion, and me not knowing that a 10-year-old died and having my opinion.
Well, he didn't die. He didn't die. He's
but that's what I'm saying. People are so emotionally tied to this because the narrative is little boy dies at Travis Scott concert.
Well, here's the thing.
I was 8 people dead, so I'm not as emotionally like hinged
sure.
the situation.
Sure, and that's fair. The thing is about what Max was saying about, well, can kids handle this, right? I started the first concert I went to that was general admission. I ran into Xavier. There was a Vince Staples show.
Yeah,
that was the first one. I was fine. It was actually pretty kind of wild, but
it was for a small venue because we were.
I think that's what made it so wild because everyone there is such a fan that everyone there cared so much.
Yeah,
but this is before Summertime even came out. This is a long time ago. But like the thing about it is, can children handle it? I went to the Astrworld concert. Probably. Like a kid's not about to run in the middle of the mosh pit and be that guy.
Oh no, look,
but at the same time, the kid
man.
could have handled it if 30,000 fucking people who weren't supposed to be there were there.
And there were
that's where it comes back to Travis.
There were other 10-year-olds and 14-year-olds that were there and are fine right now at home. So I don't think it's particularly dangerous for a 14-year-old.
I'm not looking at it from an age thing. I don't think they should ban kids of a certain age. I do think if you're under 18, maybe you have to go with somebody who's over 18.
We're only saying that we sound old as fuck. You know, we'd be mad as hell.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, we went. I went to that concert when I was 15, and then
but I'm just looking at it from
was 16 maybe.
There will be some age stuff now because a big thing is with the money he's gonna have to pay out because some of them.
That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna have to pay more money. It's a worse charge.
I think we're gonna see. I think the festival bubble is something that we've talked about. Every guy has their own festival now. It seems like, or every publication, every whatever.
Version. It's like music podcast,
Right, because that's the way to make money in music now. This doesn't come from the music; it's merch and performances / festivals. But that was a bubble that was bound to burst, and it seems like this might be an incident where people are going to really think about these festivals. I'm not some kind of moral mother against the majority. What was it? There was a group in the 80s that was like this.
Nancy Reagan people.
Yeah. The moral majority or anything like that. That's what I'm thinking of. But I think people are going to look at these concerts and this bubble that might have just burst. We talk about bubbles bursting a lot, in our current time, probably because of the pandemic. But this is certainly one that's looks like it's about to burst, or some kind of serious shift in gigantic performances. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and it's sad because one, Travis Scott, when he came out, he always made music for younger people, but he didn't make explicitly white boy music like he does kind of now. And it's not his fault. If the money is flowing in, hell yeah, I'm gonna phone it in a bit. But I don't think that cutting the age gap or making an age cutoff or making a bunch of new rules at festivals, yada yada, is going to change anything, because rap wasn't created in the first place for these people. It just so happened that they're catered to now because the money's flowing in. Right. Moving the goalpost is only going to do just that, move the goalpost. There's still going to be a problem, in my opinion.
I just think that's something that's going to happen. I think people are going to start looking at that a little more, and I think we're going to see some kind of change in the way minors or even people under alcohol age can act at these festivals or concerts. And I'm saying that as someone who's pretty much only been to concerts as someone younger than 18. I'm not a huge concert person, but when I did go and I enjoyed it, I was, like I said, 15, 16, and I liked it. So I don't know. I think that people are looking at this because their kids are getting hurt, not just, what I'm saying?
But that's my problem. That was my problem with it too, is that people were so emotionally.
Well, look, we got 2 minutes. What I want to talk about the second part was the reaction to the reaction, really being the demonic stuff, and we'll get to that I think after this break.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
But I got pee. So
all right, folks. You know the deal. Zoom. So we'll be right back in a millisecond. We will see you now.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Which is even funnier that we said months ago it was bad.
So hey guys, welcome back. By the looks of it, this is going to be just a Travis Scott themed episode because there really is a lot to unpack with this.
Right.
There's so much, and we just got more.
Yeah, something that was just sent to our group chat, thank you, Max, was that Travis Scott went to Dave and Buster's after his Astroworld performance.
I know you don't want to laugh, but come on.
You were saying that would be funny even if 8 people didn't die.
Yeah, it's you just hosted a festival in your name and you're going to Dave and Buster's.
Going to Dave and Buster's. I mean, but
you have unlimited money.
He named his biggest album ever after a Six Flags amusement park. It's par for the
Okay, so that means then that means he really is a kid. He really is just kind of juvenile.
Plausible deniability, baby.
But that doesn't look good.
No, it looks terrible.
It looks terrible.
Bro, it looks weird and bad.
Listen, y'all don't have to convince me because it's not good. I know that I'm taking the morally wrong position in this situation, but that's why I think I'm in the not right. But that's why I think people need to hear me out, because people are so morally upset about this.
Well, we'll get to the moral too. That's what's bothering me, and I agree with you on that part. But Gabe, you say your part first.
Okay, so obviously we did our Travis Scott bit, and there'll be more to it with the blame on him, no blame on him, whatever. All right, so the police and security, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, first of all, there needs to, like, if there's not enough security, the show shouldn't happen, and there wasn't enough security. That would be part of his lawsuit. Let me pull up what my mom sent me. There wasn't enough security. The show should have been stopped. Who knows how many times they had plausible cause to stop the show. They didn't. Could have pulled the mic, cut the audio out. The medics weren't trained.
Cut. I'm kidding. Go on.
Medics weren't trained. The security wasn't what it was supposed to be based on the contract they had with the security.
Yes. Yeah.
They didn't have enough medical equipment, not enough radios, insufficient fencing. Jesus. And those rules exist for a reason.
You said no hose?
Yeah, no hose as well. No bad.
The weed was horrible.
The weed was trash. It was nothing but green. Everybody was sipping green. It was a terrible show, all right? But no, like, in all seriousness, because 8 people did die.
True.
Like, I'm sorry. No, just all that stuff will obviously factor into the lawsuit situation. I saw a thing that says it looks like he's going to pay $26 million. That sounds on the low end.
That's not even that bad.
Yeah, it sounds like way on the low
end. Dude, that's so much money.
Because the insurance does pay, the insurance and stuff does pay a good amount, but it's only insured to a certain amount.
Cover that tab. If my baby mama's a billionaire, I'm saying, hey.
Okay, didn't Kylie Jenner made a fucking GoFundMe for one of like her.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, come on. I don't know. These people are the worst. Honestly, my mom has a theory that Travis Scott has like kink isn't the word, but like a fetish for seeing other people in pain.
This is my No, I'm sorry.
This has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with blaming him for this. This is goes into the fucking list.
This
goes into the fucking
list. That's my
point,
Gabe. Is that everyone even prior to this was saying that Travis Scott is a terrible person for X and Y, and that is influencing everyone.
Now you got Z. Now you got Z. You got a terrible person for X and Y. Now you got fucking Z.
Okay, that was actually
like
but I don't think he enjoyed.
The nigga defended Mike Brown being killed.
No, he did not.
Yes, he literally did.
He said something that was stupid and insensitive, but you're framing it as if he said, "Hell yeah, he should have deserved it." Like
but he was exactly. Basically, it was damn near as bad.
No, to you it was.
What did you say?
He said, "I'm not saying Mike Brown was a good person, and I'm not saying he deserved to die, but I'm not saying he didn't either."
Gabe, you know what? You have every right to be angry about that. I'm also angry about that as a black dude. But we sound like the people who say shit like A$AP Rocky hates all black women because he's
that's different. That's a little.
Gabe,
I'll say this.
Gabe, you're not a black woman. You're not allowed to say it's different. Just because you're upset about the Mike Brown shit, you feel me?
I'll say this.
Yeah.
You have to keep in mind, not only are these people are artists not inherently smarter than anyone,
right?
But in fact, most people are very inarticulate, and it really shows he doesn't write his own raps. Right, he's very inarticulate. And so I don't think he meant that. I think he just doesn't know how to say anything.
Right, a Travis Scott interview and said, "Damn, this nigga's spitting." Or when have you ever had a bar from Travis Scott that would made you like really think? Like, I'm sorry, but
when she fills my mind up with ideas.
You're right. It's hard not to think about that.
nothing about civil politics though. None of those ideas.
Yeah,
but it's funny, but it's funny, but like that's why I'm defending him so much.
I know. I look, and we'll get to this, like I said, but I agree with you in this sense. I don't think he's a fucking, sadist. I don't think he's a devil worshiper. I don't think he sacrifices people for why has he done that before then?
So let's just set this up for the next topic of the show.
Yeah.
Gabe, your mom is not one of the people who thinks that he's a Satan worshiper, though, right?
I don't think so. No.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Yes, I highly doubt it. Yes.
It's
almost like this is a separate topic too.
Right. In a similar vein to people who think that Travis Scott might have wanted this to happen. Some people think, or not wanted this to happen, but wants violence for his show to promote it. That makes more sense. Right.
That does, and that's what she was
saying. Right, that's probably what she was saying. But other people think that this was a sacrifice, right?
A satanic ritual.
And they pointed out a whole painting of hell where there's a guy's mouth being open, and the inflatable Travis Scott thing.
Yeah, it was Bosch.
Yeah. Yeah, they pointed that out. A certain person we both know also posted it.
That's sick.
And what the fuck? I'm sorry, what the fuck is that?
That's what I'm
I literally
saying.
have nothing. It's so stupid.
Well,
It's
no,
so
we'll get
stupid.
but it's really funny, and this is like to be more lighthearted about it.
Yes,
It's very funny, and like what if whatever we say here is almost irrelevant to what we said before, because like I don't want to take the blame off of Travis specifically or his team or anything, but I mean to go to the devil worship immediately is so funny.
Think that Travis Scott cares about anything.
The devil,
enough to like sacrifice anything.
Sacrifice.
Third, right? Travis Scott does not give a
Sacrifice.
shit about anything remotely religious. I guarantee.
Yes, exactly.
He probably
And like to extrapolate that beyond him and just be like, I knew rap music was satanic.
Yeah.
You know, I knew the whole music.
That is honestly what I feel like we're living through with this situation. It feels like we're in the 80s and there is some moral panic mixed with some human concern.
Look, and like I that was, it was almost more okay back then, because like at least those guys like ate bats.
I mean,
like,
those guys were way closer to fucking.
They call themselves Slayer and stuff. Like that's a little different even. But what I was gonna say about this whole thing, aside from all the jokes and specific dumb things people have said, is that like it's almost disheartening to see a group of people our age and younger immediately turn into their fucking grandparents. I don't even mean with religion. I don't even mean with politics. I just mean to so vehemently believe an idea that has no facts or logic or evidence behind it. I don't care what it is, but I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's something that really perplexed me, is that a lot of this is also because I'm a young person, so most of the people I interact with are also young. But I've seen a lot of criticism coming from people my age and younger, which is really surprising, because like, we, like you said, we sound like geezers. Like when you really break the situation down, it's not black and white, but people my age and younger are very quick to just, people in general are, but
it's blood red.
Right. People are very quick to just blame Travis for this. And I think that just also speaks to his infamy along with his fame. We all talk, even before this happened, we talked about how much we do not like his fans. And
dude, yeah.
I wish I could be.
I'm a huge Travis Scott fan though, but even I don't like.
Right, yeah, you got Rodeo.
Yeah, you get it. That's more credence to the point.
Right. And like, yeah, you get it. And it's just like, I really want to blame like something about him with this situation, because I do hate that, like what he turned into with Astroworld. And I like the album, but I hate what he turned into with the album. But like the critique in me, the arguer in me, can't blame him for this. I'm sorry.
At all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And
all right,
well, no, there's some other stuff too, because there's stuff that's coming out about this case every single day.
Yeah, him going to fucking Dave and Buster's after.
Yeah, him going.
That makes you look guilty. Oh, hey, people died. People have just passed out of your show.
That can't be fun. I just can't get over how not fun that sounds.
Especially this dude's life is so cool. He could do anything. Like
go to a club, dude. Go back to your house is probably cooler than Dave and Buster.
That's all right.
Drake was at Dave and Buster for an event too. I think it's like a spot for rappers. Like
I thought that was for his birthday.
Kevin Durant had a birthday party.
Yeah, for his birthday. Yeah.
Why?
And like football players like rent it out. Like I think it's like a spot for people who are trying to be low key. I don't know.
Is there? Okay, I mean, I guess. I mean, I'd say even Chuck E. Cheese sounds better.
Chuck E. Cheese objectively is a better place.
I think it's well, you got to think of it this way. It's like if it's your own festival, it's not like an after party where you can have strippers because your family's gonna be there too. So you gotta have like a middle ground, right?
Yeah,
he already rented it out. I mean,
right. Dave and Buster's is like a below ground. I don't even know. I can't defend it.
Is it that bad? Like,
yeah.
I really think it's boring. I really think it's a waste of time. And look, I'll say this: I went there with my kids when I was a counselor. So like Gabe, we were talking before you came to call Xavier, and Gabe was right. Like when you're with kids having fun, it does make it more fun. Yeah. But even that and being objective, it's just like it's like playing Fruit Ninja on a big screen instead of your phone.
And it's like $4 to play.
And paying $4 to do that.
And dude, I took TJ and Io.
That shit off.
I took TJ and Io. I spent so much goddamn money, and like we didn't eat there, but I remember eating there before when I was
it's fine. It's like nothing special at all.
The food was
funny because Travis Scott.
Oh, it's bad.
Lower income level of the regulars at Dave and Buster's. You got to be really rich.
Maybe like he bought a franchise and it was his Dave and Buster's.
That honestly, if that's the case, lock him up for life. If that's the case, throw away the key.
So put that nigga under the jail.
That's more satanic than any ritual.
I'm on the satanic train if that's the case. If he owns a Dave and Buster's, I'm on the train that he's satanic.
But there's a new update in this Travis Scott thing, right? So didn't his ex? Well, you guys talked about this. His ex-manager is exposing him right now.
This has been around for a while, though. I don't know if it's really new
stuff.
But didn't some more stuff just come out?
Oh, I don't know. Should I look?
Yeah, double check, because I bring this up to say that this is an opportunity for a lot of people to just smear campaign. And it's fascinating how other people can fall for that. Like, obviously, Travis Scott in that situation is in the wrong, but you're doing this immediately after he's had the worst news in his career. You have an ulterior motive. Is the smear campaign not obvious to other people?
No, this is a big story for a lot of reasons, because it's complex, because it's kind of honestly absurd, not in like a funny way, but like, a rap concert for a guy that people mostly make fun of online or obsess over. And Gabe's one of the few people who actually likes the music, I think.
I like Travis Scott too.
You know what I mean? But like, it's honestly a very interesting story. It's been one of the most interesting stories in honestly a long time, honestly.
Rap, yeah.
Yeah. So I do think there is going to be just a lot of press. We need to elongate this as much as possible. What did his high school teacher think about him? What did his, the kid he met on the playground in 5th grade think about him? What did this one journalist think of him when he was first blowing up? We're going to elongate this long.
Didn't he date a dark-skinned woman and left her? Like, didn't he date? Like, he did.
Yeah, that means he's satanic. You're right.
Wait, what's her name? She's that pretty girl.
That was
Justin Sky. He did it.
Justin Sky. Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
She dated Travis Scott too.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she dated Giveon. Man, I'm next. I'm next.
You see all the niggas she fucks with, right? And then your light-skinned ass has the audacity to say that you're next.
She ain't with them niggas no more. Clearly, shit ain't working. You need to switch it up.
I'm just playing. But
I'll say, I found this.
Wait, I got a question. Did she leave Goldlink for Giveon?
She was with Goldlink?
Yeah, it was real serious. She was the cover of Goldlink's last album.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she must have, or he left her. I don't know. But she was with Giveon, but I think he cheated on her.
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if she left him, because he made her the cover of his album, and he threatened Sheck West over her, so he probably is sick. All for her to leave you for a singing nigga. For an R&B singer, bro. I know he's
getting bodied by a singing nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
My mom just texted me. I bet Kanye got a lot of stories about this nigga that we'll never hear.
Who?
Travis.
Oh, I'm sure they have some.
Kanye probably got some shit about his ass. Dude, we'll probably hear it with Kanye ass, but
yeah, Kanye aired him out on Life of the Party. He said Travis Scott dances for white people for money. I mean,
okay.
Look. Bro. Listen,
I think he rages for them, but
also all the people that died were Mexican. I don't know what to do with that information. I don't know what to do with that information. I'm just pointing out facts.
You cannot say that. Is that true, or are you just?
No, legitimately, it's either all or 7 of the 8 were Mexican. It was straight.
Okay, he's in Houston. He's in Texas.
I'm just saying it's pretty interesting.
He's in Houston and he's Travis Scott. It's like saying there's a lot of Middle Eastern people at the Weeknd concert, or there's a lot of people at the Smiths concert, or there's a lot of black people at like the Detroit rap. Like, come on.
I know. I just thought it was interesting. I don't know.
It's not funny, but that is an astute observation, Gabe. I can tell you've been studying hard in college. Good job.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I want to find some more, like, because most of what I've seen about the satanic stuff's on Twitter. Well, it is people our age. I want to find quotes.
Oh, because he had like the fire thing. He had the Phoenix.
Oh yeah. Here's one I saw. They said you can tell that he was really doing something satanic because on stage he had 8 piles of flame. 8 pillars of flame.
Oh, is that like a biblical thing?
I thought it was 6. Am I missing something? Isn't it? 8 is not a satanic number. It's 6.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You're not even Christian, and you probably know the most.
You're probably right. You probably know more about Christianity than Christian.
But it's 666. or 13. Like I don't get what 8 is relevant.
And you know what? You bring up a great point because here's the thing about.
Because then isn't any number satanic?
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing about that fucking book in general. It is so dense and it has influenced so much of society that you can break down anything and apply it to the Bible. So it really,
the entire Western canon is pretty much interpreting the Bible incorrectly to justify what you're going to be doing.
And it's like these people can find anything. They can probably. I'm sure our show is satanic. I mean, I know it is. So you can find proof of anything. Like for real.
Well, I mean, Mormon people. Not to say that they're correct, but Mormon people believe that black people were punished by God.
Oh, for like watching shit or something, right? Wasn't that what it is?
Yeah. What? Your skin was blackened because you were, you I don't know exactly what.
Sleeping naked, and one of his sons peeked under the covers to see his penis, I think, and they punished the descendants of him forever, to be black, to be dark. So that's how.
And then I killed Christ, so like kind of an unholy matrimony right here. We got
guess who just sent me a satanic theory, our favorite, my mom. So if you don't mind me reading this,
I need to hear it.
It's deeper than Travis Scott. This goes back years, starting with Jimmy Neutron as the original retro.
Yes.
Neutron. That's when it started, guys.
Okay, you know what? That animation is pretty unholy, I have to say.
It is. No, there's something.
It was the early days of 3D. God damn it, cut them some slack.
Okay, they've been warning us. Nickelodeon is in on it. Aliens are real, and they're coming all a part of the New World Order.
And they do the chicken dance.
Think about it. Think about it. The parents disappeared in Jimmy Neutron. Where were the parents at Astroworld? Not to mention Cocaine Melon instead of Coco Melon. This is all over the goddamn place. Cocaine Melon is giving kids messages through the programming. Travis statue.
That's what everything does. Wait. That's why it's a program. That's what.
No. You guys are not ready. Wait. No, this is the most insane thing I've ever read. Just listen to this next part.
You're watching Travis program. Yes.
Wait. Shut up. I have to say this. Travis statue has 2 eyes. Jimmy Neutron has 2 eyes. This equals New World Order. Parentless society. The aliens are coming.
It's not real. This is not real. This is not real.
No,
I can't believe this.
To me, it's on Facebook.
She sent it to you, but like someone else, she does not believe it.
No, there's no way. It's a black woman. It's an older black woman who posted it. She means business.
Okay, leave somebody auntie alone. You know she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
No, but she really believes this shit. New Order.
Carl, you know what? You know what? Sheen from Jimmy Neutron would have been a Travis Scott fan.
Wow,
he was a rager.
Wow,
he would rage. He would
have forced Carl to come, and Carl would have been one of the victims.
It's so perfect. He was obsessed with his little action figures too.
Yeah, Ultralord.
Yeah. Wow, Astrworld, Ultralord. Holy shit, it actually might be something. Astrworld.
Hold on a second.
Why do you think
Underworld, Ultralord?
Why do you think Elon and Bezos are so into space? They already knew what Jimmy Neutron already knew. Stay woke. This is all leading up to a parentless society in which aliens use your child as hope. Why do you think Trump created the Space Force? Because this has always been why do you think Trump could create the Space Force? What the fuck?
Oh, you know what's crazy too? You know those Boston Dynamics dogs?
Yeah, the robots. Yes.
It's Proto Goddard.
Whoa. I forgot about Goddard. Okay. Goddard's my nigga. I'm not gonna cap. I love Goddard.
Dude, he was the best. I liked it because he was like he had feeling. He was a robot that you could tell.
Right. He was emotive. He was a
he was
a man. But
he could turn into a bike, which is cool.
This just gives you a glimpse of. I mean, this woman's crazier. I can't even saying this. She's crazier than most of the people who are posting this satanic shit because apparently Jimmy Neutron fucking knows something and he's a cartoon.
I mean, to pull that as an older person is hilarious. To pull Jimmy Neutron out of your ass.
That gem for years.
Right.
I'm not talking about Jimmy Neutron. No one has brought up that shit in over a decade. He's been waiting for that shit, bro.
And the movie too, not even the show itself, just the movie, which is another 10 years older.
When they were doing the chicken dance, that came out
that's like 2001.
Yeah.
It's old as shit, yeah.
America. Whoa. Let me see when it came out.
Now's my time to talk my shit about Jimmy Neutron.
Like, right.
Finally.
I forgot. Nope. God damn.
Ooh, they're gonna love it. Anyway,
Literally came out December 21st, 2001.
Oh, can you imagine seeing that during Christmas break?
I was 6 months old.
It's been 19 years and 11 months since the movie released. And this woman, I was gonna say the B word, but I respect my sisters. But this woman is talking about that connection to Travis Scott, something that they couldn't even have fathomed in 2001, right after 9/11. They're not thinking about Travis Scott. I don't know. I just get really, I get really, really, really upset with other people's stupidity. And listen, I'm very stupid at times myself. It happens. But other people's stupidity, I take personal, and I need to work.
Because there's levels to this shit. That's too far.
It is levels to
You
it,
shouldn't
and
be
that
that
is too
stupid.
much. But
that's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
Entire life. Because I'm reading it. I'm like, hold on, guys. I gotta mention this on the show.
So to get back to
no, hold on. One more bit. I forgot.
Okay.
This is another part of new developments. Travis Scott has said he will cover the funeral costs for the families of the 8 people who died at 2021 Astrworld Festival. TMZ reports, so it's TMZ. Scott is also partnering with BetterHelp to offer 1 month of free therapy to those affected by the events of the festival, which officials declared a mass casualty incident.
1 month? Bro,
1 month of BetterHelp.
Mask off for the show, real quick. Mask off for the show. I have never experienced anything close to that, and I've gone to a therapist well over a month. What the fuck is 1 month of therapy?
Of fake therapy.
I think that would make it worse. They probably got a month of therapy.
No offense to BetterHelp if y'all want to sponsor us. I'm sure.
No, I have offense. Apparently they're horrible.
Bro,
I'm convinced they're AI. They're not even real people you're talking to.
I was defending Travis Scott, but that is literally throwing salt.
That's shameless.
That's so offensive. 1 month of therapy. So even if it's going well, like, oh, this is work, you have to pay.
You already gave him hundreds of dollars for the festival that you almost died at.
Like, I wouldn't even want
He
it.
refunded him. He refunded him.
Whatever.
So they got the people who survived got a free Travis Scott concert. That's kind of cool.
Wait, is everyone being refunded? Everyone?
Yeah.
Every single person?
That's
no,
so
just the
much
people
money.
Who died. No, yeah, everybody.
Wait, every single person being refunded?
I believe so, yes.
That's so much money.
Or not poor Travis, but like, I'm sorry for like his team because they are not eating. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, they're still living, so it's also worth noting the little bit of police they had made sure to escort Kylie Jenner out of there. Which I understand, people pay for private police stuff, but
well, you don't pay you don't pay the police for private police. You pay security team.
You pay security, but see, that's grounds for revolution. I agree with that right there.
Yeah, that's horrible. I didn't know that.
Was it the police or was it security? If it's police,
I don't know.
Okay. If it's police, that's.
So the thing I saw said police, but people are gonna mix up the two. So
I'll say this too. This is a little unrelated, but when people say like defund the police, a lot of criticism for that was like, oh, so you want to get rid of police then? And people were like, okay, well, we don't really mean that. When I say that, I mean get rid of all of them. There's not good. They have a police. If the police force is personally escorting Kylie Jenner while others are dying, yeah, they should probably not exist in their current state at all, or if at all. I don't know.
But
that's horrible.
But wait, on the counter,
she posted.
She did fill his mind up with ideas.
Ooh.
See?
Like what? Maybe she filled his ideas with Satan. Like
she didn't say what the ideas were.
Well, because she's definitely New World Order, so like she's the one who's indoctrinating him, and she's like, if you want to really become part of this upper echelon of society, you got to do something big.
Sacrifice some Mexican fans.
The professional part of society, the Kardashian clan. What is she, a Rothschild? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying, you got to think about these things.
If you want to be one of
highest in the room, you know who was the highest in the room at one point?
Who?
Lucifer.
Damn. No, I think God still was.
I think that's it. Gabe, this might be your episode, bro.
You know what?
You've had the best quips. I'll give it to you.
All right, yeah. I've been training.
College did you well, bro. Anyway,
30,000 a year.
30,000 a year for this shit. I like it. So is there anything else? Because we've exhausted this topic just the way the media has exhausted it too. I'm sure by the time we hang up, there'll be even more news about it. But is there anything else that we can say happened or about this story right now?
There will be more news, but it's going to be in the same vein of Travis Scott gives you free BetterHelp for a month. Like, it's not going to be anything that interesting. It's going to be something that's like funny, and then we'll wait in a few months to see what happens in terms of lawsuits or maybe even criminal charges. But like,
I have a question.
People will forget, huh?
When will Travis Scott perform again?
Wow, 45 minutes ago. Bharti Shahani, 22, declared brain dead.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah,
So that's 9 essentially.
And she's not Mexican unless, you know, Bharti Shahidi or Shahadi.
I would not.
No, I would not bet on that. No,
I don't think so.
does not appear that way.
That fact, then, Gabe, if you don't mind.
Oh no, all right, nigga, the first one's shit.
Okay. But yes, she's on a ventilator right now.
Dude, oh, we didn't talk about the video response he made either.
Oh, where
he was like, ooh, damn, this sucks. Fuck.
It's lit. Y'all niggas died and shit. It's lit.
And then he'd be like, he was like, this shit just, unfortunately, I apologize to all those affected families. Fuck. You know, like he's clearly reading from
anybody
paper.
who knows like psychology.
Yeah, the lawyers literally wrote it for him.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows psychology knows like hiding your face is an embarrassment and lying when you don't. Yeah, I mean, anytime you're hiding your face like that. It also made me realize how long his head was. Like, this is off topic, but Jesus Christ, he was like BoJack.
Well, I was thinking the room he was in was really tiny. I imagined his house had bigger rooms than that.
I think it would be very insensitive for him to be in front of his fucking fountain king size bed saying sorry that you guys are dead.
Like, you know that video of Young Thug where he's apologizing to Carly.
He shows off his outfit.
Yeah, he's like going like this and like. This.
Yeah.
Babe, please come back.
I think it was smart for Travis Scott to just, you know, be in that tiny room. But
it'd be really funny if you could hear him like shitting. He's in his bathroom.
So, oh my God, the more I read about this, it's terrible. The doctors say her chances of survival are nothing. There's 0.
Oh. Well, doctors tell niggas ain't never gonna walk again all the time, and they make it. I don't trust their word.
She is brain dead on a ventilator.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case,
that's so sad.
That is sad. That's terrible.
Oh, and also the person who's in a medically induced coma right now is 9, not
10. 9?
Yes.
It's not that much different, I know. Damn.
It's not even double digits though. That is crazy. See, look, I'll say this. Whenever like mass, this is gonna sound bad, but hear me out. Whenever a lot of these mass attacks happen, it doesn't really affect me because I'm like, all right, well, I was never going to the Boston Marathon anyway. But when it happens at shit I go to, and like when I look at things, I'm like, damn, that could have been me. And then especially when it happens to people just trying to have a good time, it does affect me more. And so when Xavier talked about, you know, the I'm more emotionally, me and you might be more emotionally attached because we know the ages and we might know more like smaller details about it than he knows. There's probably value in that. And I do think me being somebody who, I mean, I was just at Lollapalooza, you know, and somebody who goes, who's seen Travis Scott perform twice and all that stuff. I do think it affects me more.
And you saw the little girl get trampled at Cardi's mosh pit, Playboy Cardi's mosh pit.
Yeah, that was kind of funny because she was all right.
But like
she was white too, like.
But this is consistent with your thinking because you had the same point at the Cardi thing.
They did stop Cardi's show because people were pushing on the fence too much. They did make him stop for like 5 minutes,
honestly, that's a good point for Max because Max was saying Travis being his festival, or his brand at least is responsible. So the fact that Lollapalooza cut Cardi off is very telling.
Right.
For like a couple minutes, yeah. They just told him you gotta control the situation. He did. But he did say in his baby voice, they just told me multiple people passed out and shit. Like, oh, he was like, that means you're doing so well. That's what he did say that.
Does he sound like that?
In the coma.
I'm terrible.
In the coma was black.
Oh no.
Not a good look to be more distraught over that than the Indian.
No, I don't give a fuck.
But I get it. But anyway,
yeah, I don't know. I guess
ended him killing 8 people because he was black. God forbid. I'm sad that the little boy was black.
Damn. Yeah, I'm sad anyone dies personally.
Yes, we're always sad anytime anyone dies.
Of course, but
I'm not. No,
dude,
please don't say but. I was just gonna say. Please
hold on, I'm gonna show y'all something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I was gonna say, I mean, you know, jokes aside, it's like I said, it's a bit absurd, and then it's especially absurd with the response from people our age. That's what got me.
And I also this too. I know Travis Scott will mess this up.
Yes.
He won't handle. He's already messed it up with the better health.
Better.
So that's fine. And listen, for those listening to the show, if you're still listening, I know I probably look stupid right now already. I guarantee you, by tomorrow, I will look even more stupid for defending him because Travis Scott will mess this up.
Well, you're.
He's gonna fuck.
I'll defend you. I'll defend you defending him. I think you're defending human decency. Like, come on now, let's be a little bit rational here.
No,
that's kind of like your thought process, which I agree with. I do.
Target, yeah.
Yeah, and I do think it will look worse coming out.
I don't think it was malicious intent. I don't think it was completely malicious intent. I think it was him just being a little careless.
Dude, I could even say this. He was probably nervous as shit. He probably didn't know what the hell was going on. And he got freaked out.
Yeah, he looked pretty freaked out.
He looked freaked out. So I'll give him that too. But like, come on. He didn't handle it very well.
He was probably on drugs. Someone's going to say something like that. But yeah, so like I said, this episode is probably going to be dedicated solely to Travis Scott because honestly, like we said, it's the biggest story that happened in rap music in a long time. And we could talk about it for like hours.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But we're just going to keep it short because we're not going to talk about one topic for like 90 minutes. We're not at an hour technically because we started late with the last call. But
right.
If there's anything else that you guys want to bring up, just real quick, we should probably do it right now. What's up, boys?
Look, I've been okay. If we're shouting out music, then I got some. But if you want to say something before we do that, then
let's save that for like a real episode because it'd be really awkward to just like,
Oh yeah, that's probably
right now.
Yeah.
We'll hold that in the tuck. But as of right now, I'm just looking at more details because I really don't want to make it sound like I don't care about the victims. Like I'm learning more about them, and honestly, it is hard for me to keep.
It is
learning.
And part of my initial, because I was, when I first heard about this, I was like, this is horrible and wrong. But at the same time, I kind of, in a way, agree with you about Travis Scott. I kind of was like, I don't know, man. I don't know how responsible he really is for this shit. Nor do I think he intentionally did anything wrong. But I think a lot of that comes from what I perceived as an inevitable backlash towards rap itself. I just had a feeling with this. You know what I'm saying? And we've been kind of right. I mean, people saying shit like, I told y'all rap was satanic, or like, you look at these mainstream, rappers and they all they care about is violence. You see shit like this almost immediately, way quicker than I thought even. And like, no, I'm going to step in here because like that has nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing to do with it. We talk about rap every single episode, most episodes, So I'm going to be a little defensive if someone's hinting at this even. But at the same time, you can't really excuse anything, any part of this that went wrong, from the police officers to the medical professionals to security to Travis himself. Yeah, we haven't talked about Drake at all. I don't know if he's relevant. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Drake. What did piss me off again is someone saying that he needs to say something, which it wouldn't hurt, but no,
he did already. It was pretty good.
What did he say?
It was better than what Travis put out.
Yeah, it was literally, yes.
It was a regular PR statement. But yeah,
well, he puts more feeling behind his. I feel like he's a better writer, so maybe he's writing his own. I don't know.
And Drake is, he doesn't fumble PR things like this. Like Travis Scott is just. Travis Scott, honestly, this is the most rapper shit he's ever done, and I'm not saying I'm proud of him for it, but like I was really afraid he was going like soft, going pop, but no, he's handling this like a rapper.
Yeah, this is rap shit.
So
sure,
we wrong.
Should I read Drake's statement here?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I spent the past few days trying to wrap my mind around this devastating tragedy. I hate resorting to this platform to express an emotion as delicate as grief, but this is where I find myself. My heart is broken for the families and friends of those who lost their lives and for anyone who is suffering. I will continue to pray for all of them and will be of service in any way I can. May God be with you all. So like, in my opinion, a lot better than Travis's, and like he didn't even physically speak, but
Also his liability is a lot lower, so he doesn't have.
True. Yeah, I don't know how responsible Drake is with this, and I'll say this: you're pulling up Satan in regards to a half Jewish Canadian. Tread lightly because there's some anti-Semitism I'm detecting.
Bro, just literally bring up. Everything is in this case. It's actually fascinating. You can bring up every single political thing with this case.
I know.
It's insanity. But I guess the conclusion we've come to, has anyone like changed their mind or opinion or anything?
Not really.
No, I knew this.
A little worse learning more about the victims, but I still keep my stance.
No, I think I know what you're saying, and I mostly agree because I don't like people going after extrapolating beyond this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people are just using so much past stuff to justify, and
or further, shitting on rap, or even you can even go like black people making art in the public.
Yeah,
People are going after that, right?
That's really what it is. Like, if we want to keep it a buck, people are using this
Any
like,
excuse to shit on it. Yeah.
Yeah, like the 80s. So, I mean,
Right.
it is what it is. But before we end the call, I want to say thank you everyone who listened. We came out the gate swinging with this episode. Like, we literally just dove right into it.
Yeah.
We filled up the whole time with it. And is that a pause? I don't think so. But we filled up
the whole time. No,
I said filled up. I can't, dude. I'll be, because I'm not there anymore. I worked at a middle school. They say pause to everything.
All right.
I don't know what's game.
They're worse than me.
Exactly. So
You know what's really funny? I'll say a quick camp story. When I was working at camp with like 8 to 10 year olds.
Yeah.
It was all different kinds of kids were there, and so the black kids started talking about hairlines with the white kids, the Jewish kids, and people came up to me and said, "Your hairline be looking like McDonald's."
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know what a hairline is?
Bro, they're savages. They said,
yeah, but imagine having a little kid named, like, I don't know, Jacob, like some little Jewish kid being like, "Your hairline be looking like McDonald's."
Oh shit!
That was the collab we never know we needed. We never knew we needed.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of filled my heart up, because it's like, we can break down boundaries and insult people together.
Maybe they'll have a podcast together one day, but we can only hope. All right, guys, less than a minute left.
This is that podcast.
This is that podcast. So I wanted to say thanks again for tuning in, and this was the
rest in peace.
Special, yes, rest in peace to all the big, first and foremost.
Yeah.
No, seriously, yeah.
Yes. So, fellas, gentlemen, thank you for pulling up last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Very good show. Anything we got to say before we leave?
I think that's it. We're good.
All right. We'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.
Satan is live. 666.
Peace.
We are Kelly.